Is Annie Mac's hottest record in the world.
There you go. That was it. That was Simmer. That was your hottest record. Hayley Williams is here on the line. Okay, let's. There's so much to talk about. So much I want to ask you about. But let's start with when this urge came for you creatively to go and do something totally different.
Oh man, it really surprised me. I was really excited about the band taking time off. We kind of came to a point where we were like, hey, what's it like to have time off without losing a band member? Let's try it. You know, we were sort of just ready to experience adult life at home. You know, the three of us we grew up together, and yet it's been a really long time since we were just friends. So we all went home and just got to do that. But I also think that what happened for me is sort of this emotional whiplash where I was going through so much before we released After Laughter. And, you know, as problems do, they sort of stay and wait for you if you don't figure them out. We came back home and life got a little quieter. And so all these things were creeping up in me, and I just needed help. And so I started doing more intensive therapy and a lot of therapy. And kind of by just on a suggestion from one of the people that I spoke to, they were like, you just should be writing again. Like it helps you to see what you're going through. I have a tendency to really deny things that I'm feeling, and writing helps me. So it just happened. And I remember kind of having a lot of trouble accepting that it was happening. I was talking to Taylor about it. I was talking to a few really close friends about it, Zach, Taylor. Everyone was sort of just like, what's the why? Like, what's the you make music, just do it, and we'll support you. Doesn't really matter if it's nothing, and it doesn't matter if it's everything. Just do it and see where it goes. And then, you know, obviously a lot in between, but now today, here we are, and there's this song, and now it's real. And I don't know, I'm still shocked by it, but I'm so proud.
So you take your advice from your friends, you go and you start writing, and this kind of cathartic process of just getting what's in your head out on paper, and then you have that wonderful experience of being able to look at what you've done and being like, oh, okay, this is how I feel and this is who I am. I always find with writing it's so incredible like that. When did you then start going, okay, I'm gonna make this into something, I'm gonna get people to come and play, or I'm gonna play on it?
Yeah. Probably when it became 4 or 5 songs, I was like, oh yeah,
it's a thing. This
is a thing. And I kind of wondered, like, maybe it's just an EP, maybe it's something that I throw out there randomly and I don't even really talk about it. But actually, on Taylor's advice, he was sort of like, I know you, and I know that you're going to want to create things around it, whether that's visual or some sort of conversation. He's like, you should have support. You should do it for real. You should, like, tell our manager. And I called Mark, and I was like, Mark's been working for us for 16 years, the entirety of our career. And I, like, cold called him. I was like, so, solo album? What do you think? And he was like, I swear to God, like, he really didn't believe me. I think he thought I was joking for a full 5 minutes, but I mean, I couldn't deny it was becoming a thing. I had really, really amazing, like, I was collaborating with Joey, our touring bass player, kind of randomly, just because we were hanging out all the time. And then I wrote a little bit with Taylor, and it just kind of, it just became it just became a thing. I couldn't pretend it wasn't.
Talk to me about the significance of the Petals For Armor name, please.
So Petals For Armor is part of a lyric that's in Simmer. I, a while ago, went to this craniosacral masseuse who, like, maybe a lot of people would consider that like a woo-woo witch doctor kind of a person, but I'll take any help I can get. So I was laying on her table, and I started having these weirdly creepy visions of flowers growing out of me, and not in a beautiful way. It was very painful and very grotesque, but I kind of realized, like, I kind of realized in that moment there was a lot that was trying so hard to grow out of me, but it was going to hurt to do it. And I think for me, it's somewhat of a mantra to try to stay soft in a really, really hard world, and feel pain and feel everything, like let all of it come to you and try to put out something that, you know, can redeem it all, even if it's ugly at first. And so, yeah, the lyric is wrap yourself in petals for armor, because I kind of kept feeling like the way for me to protect myself best is to be vulnerable and be okay with like having a lot of pain at certain times, and also feeling a lot of joy at certain times. And as long as I'm staying soft to those things and I'm open to letting those things in and out of me, then I actually can survive the world a lot easier than if I stay hard and I stay like with my fists up all the time.
On the song, lyrically, you can really hear you wrestling with your urges. Is writing a song like this cathartic for you? Do you kind of come out the back of it and feel like you've reached a conclusion? You've gone somewhere with it to kind of feeling better, feeling like you can handle things easier like this?
This song was such a shock. Like, I really thought, oh, I'm just gonna write. I have a lot of anger. I feel angry. Like, I've been through things that make me feel angry. I've witnessed things that are so not justified, and I'm angry. Everything in the entire on the planet should be making us angry right now. Anyways, this song has helped, but it's also surprised me, because what I thought was just going to be a simpler, sort of heavy song about anger turned into the very specific trigger points for me. And I think that's where the second verse really comes in, and like, that was a tough one to record.
Do you think you would ever have been able to write this way without having stopped the Paramore kind of train when you did?
No, and it's not really anything to do with the band, because I do think that we're learning. I mean, we became adults together, and it's such a different way of relating to one another through our like pain and through our victories, like through, you know, whatever it is, we don't relate to each other the way we did when we were 13, you know. So I do believe that when it's time for us to make the next Paramore record, there will be just as transparent of lyrics and hopefully really visceral feelings that come across. But I wouldn't have had access to this stuff if we didn't just pause and get quiet for a minute, you know. It was really important to me, even just as a woman, like stepping into my own skin for once and not denying the things that I feel and the place that I'm at presently. It's been a lot of work, and it's not over. Like, you keep right? It's like you keep going and you keep digging, trying to get better. But like, yeah, it was really necessary.
Hey, I've got to ask the questions for the people who have been texting all day. Are you going to take this live? Like, have you even thought that far ahead? What's going to happen with it on the road? Are you going to go there?
Yeah.
Amazing.
I am. Yes, I am. I'm scared to death, and I will be really candid about this, because I haven't even thought it through yet. But I am terrified to do it without my brothers, like my guys. I know that Joey will be there, and we tour together with Paramore, and he's one of my best friends. But it's going to be a different experience, and I'm excited to see what it's like. But I also, every day, I'm going to miss just like turning around and seeing Zach's goofy face. The cool thing is, it's like, that's not over. That's just a little bit in the distance. I mean, we were laughing yesterday because I'm still in the studio working on on stuff that won't be heard for a little while longer. And Zach walked into the studio where Taylor and I were working, and he was like, I see you guys more in Los Angeles than I did back home in Nashville. I was like, I know, it's shameful, because when we're home, I don't leave my house, and neither does Taylor. So anyway, I'm sad in a weird way to leave and go on tour and not be with my people, but I'm also gonna be with a lot of my people anyways. Some of our crew is coming. And, you know, we don't have all the dates yet, but it is happening.
Okay, incredible. So the album is called, am I right in saying the album is called Petals For Armor? Is that the name of it? Can I say that?
The album is called Petals For Armor. I know people are confused because I made this Instagram account that's like Petals For Armor. The truth is, I just don't want to see my name any more times than I am going to be seeing it. So I keep telling my team, like, Petals For Armor. No Hayley Williams on any of the merch, just Petals For Armor. So that is the album. It comes out in May, on the 8th of May. Yes. So I'm so pumped to like have it out. Oh my God. It's like, I've been nauseous for a year and I finally get to let it out, you know?
Yeah. It's good. I mean, it's such an excellent song. It's made me so excited for everything else that you're going to bring us this year.
Thank you.
And on behalf of the fans, just thank you for bringing more music. We're all so happy to have it. So thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much.
I appreciate the time and the honesty. Yeah. Thank you so much. And
of course.
We will play this one more time. Hayley Williams. I'm sorry to say the name, but it's true. It's there.
Thank
Simmer is your hottest record in the world. Let's hear it again.
This is the hottest record.